If two forces are acting on the body neither moves in the direction of vector P nor in the direction of Q, but it moves along the diagonal of parallelogram as shown in the animation. The statement of vector consists of two vectors acting at common point, and both the vectors P and Q are adjacent sides of parallelogram. If we want to find the resultant of vector P and Q, we must measure the length of diagonal, because length of the diagonal is proportional to magnitude of the resultant. Therefore, the length of diagonal gives the resultant force or resultant vector due to the vector P and vector Q acting at the common point O. Both the vectors are adjacent sides of parallelogram. Now let's see how we can prove this statement by following expression for resultant of vector P and vector Q, which is directed along the diagonal of parallelogram. Now by using parallelogram law, we can find the resultant vector as well as the direction of resultant vector with respect to one of the vectors. So let's start now and let's see how we can find out that. First of all, I want to clear that the OA vector OA equals to vector P. Therefore, the magnitude of vector OA equals to P we can take here. Similarly, magnitude of vector OB equals to Q, and similarly magnitude of vector OC equals to R. We are going to consider the physical lengths of all these three vectors in terms of their magnitudes. So this is point number 1, and now in the point number 2 I want to consider the triangle here, the triangle ADC. Under this triangle I am going to have the sin theta value. Sin theta equals to DC upon AC, and DC, therefore DC equals to AC sin theta, and AC nothing but Q sin theta. Let's call it equation number 1. And after that, in the same triangle ADC, I am going to consider cos theta. Cos theta equals to adjacent side, that is AD upon hypotenuse, that is AC. So I am going to have the AD equals to AC cos theta. Again AC value is nothing but Q cos theta. So here, so we are having the equation number 2, and we got AD value and we got the DC value. Now we consider the bigger triangle. Bigger triangle is triangle ODC, and in this angle D equals to 90 degree. So I am applying the Pythagoras theorem. OC square equals to OD square plus DC square. So OD is nothing but OA plus AD. So OA plus AD whole square plus DC square. So now OA square plus AD square plus 2OA AD plus DC square. So I am having OA nothing but magnitude of vector P, that is P square, AD nothing but Q cos theta from the equation number 2. So and 2OA, that is a P, AD nothing but Q cos theta, and plus DC nothing but Q sin theta. Again square is therefore squaring. So I do get here P square plus Q square cos square theta plus 2PQ cos theta and plus Q square and sin square theta. So here I am having the P square and plus Q square common, cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2PQ cos theta. So the P square plus Q square cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1, and plus 2PQ cos theta, and this is OC nothing but R, so it is a R square. So R square equals to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. What we have done here? We have done nothing but we just done algebra. Here we kept the respective values, and here square is there, therefore we did the square, and here we took the common, and now simplifying. So we did nothing else. So not to bother much, It's not complicated. R square equals to, finally arranging, we get the R value. So I want to take the square root both side, P square plus Q square 2PQ cos theta. I have taken square root both side here, and so I get R equals to under root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is the way we can find out the resultant vector when the two vectors are acting at one common point. The very important condition is both the vectors must act at a common point. If both the vectors are not acting at a common point, then we do apply triangle law of vectors. So be clear with the distinction between parallelogram law and triangle law. Parallelogram law applied when both the vectors are acting at the common point, and triangle law is applied when both the vectors are acting on the given object at different points. Now from the figure I would like to find the direction of resultant. Direction of resultant means I am having, this is OC and it is a vector P, and angle between OC and vector P is alpha. Alpha is called direction of resultant with respect to vector P, and I would like to find out alpha value equals to how much. It is also very easy. First, tan alpha equals to opposite side upon adjacent side, that is OD, and CD upon OD nothing but OA plus. Now from this one I am going to put the respective values. So tan alpha equals to CD. So what is CD equals to? CD equals to Q sin theta, and OA nothing but P, magnitude of vector P, and AD from equation 2, AD equals to Q cos theta, and from this one now get alpha value. Alpha equals to tan inverse of Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta. This is the way I can find out alpha value, and alpha gives the direction of resultant with respect to vector P. And if I wish to find angle between OB and R, so that can be obtained by theta minus alpha.